Has anyone made a huge mistake on a solo trip?
Hey, I'm Claire, and let me tell you about the most ridiculously unexpected trip I ever took through Central Europe. It started off like something from a travel blog. You know, train rides, vintage cafes, fairy tale towns. And then, well, things got weird. So I was backpacking solo, somewhere between Slovakia and Hungary. I'd just gotten off this tiny regional train, the kind that looks like it's been around since the Cold War, in this town called Surdok Puspoki. Don't ask me to pronounce it again. Google Maps said there was a charming guest house nearby, and I was in that romantic solo traveler mindset, like, ooh, I'm going to discover a hidden gem. The station was empty, like movie scene empty. No taxis, no people, not even birds. Just this one old man sitting on a bench, staring at nothing. I asked him for directions. He didn't answer, just pointed toward a narrow path that led into the woods, and I actually followed it, because apparently I left my common sense in Prague. About 20 minutes in, the forest went silent. No wind, no rustling, just this eerie stillness. My phone had zero signal. I was alone, deep in some forest trail in rural Hungary. And suddenly I started seeing these wooden signs, hand-painted, weird symbols. I don't even know what language they were in. Not Hungarian, not Slovak. At that point, I genuinely thought I'd walked into some Blair Witch situation. I turned around, and I swear the trail behind me didn't look the same anymore. I was sweating and freezing at the same time, convinced I'd end up in some missing tourist documentary. Eventually, after what felt like hours, it was maybe 40 minutes, I stumbled onto a gravel road and flagged down this tiny beat-up van. The driver barely spoke English, but he dropped me off at a village. When I told the woman at the guest house where I'd come from, her face dropped. She said something like, "Tourists don't go there. Locals don't either." I didn't ask questions. I locked my door that night and booked a train out the next morning. So, yeah, Central Europe? Gorgeous. But maybe don't take trail advice from silent old men at empty stations.